That was hard. Today is Wednesday and it's actually supposed to be like a 5k tempo kind of run, a build run, but the weather is absolutely awful and I've chickened out of it, so I've gone to the bike. It's definitely not as fun as running. Much prefer being outside, but at least I'm getting something done and can count as my HIIT session of the week maybe, or like a cross training session, and yeah, we'll just make up the runs later on in the week. But right now I'm absolutely boiling, I'm sweating, but that was fun. As well, I'll put all of the session details on the next clip, just going through basically what this session is, and if you fancy doing it then just copy it. Something I briefly want to talk about today is resilience, and becoming more resilient both physically and psychologically is a massive part of my training, and basically the main reason why I currently do train. It's the main focus of everything that I do. And I came across that after I read Ross Sedgley's book, The Art of Resilience. I have briefly spoken about it before in a video, but basically he believes that if you're going to build resilience, you have to get wintered, so train in the winter under harsh winter conditions so that you peak in the summer, because people like me tend to not train in the winter because it's not very nice. There's also things like increasing your pain tolerance through interval training, getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, and just stuff like that. Just stuff that's gonna create an unbreakable body and an unbreakable mind. But something I wanted to talk about today is stretching, and if you watch a previous video, I did talk about it a little bit. I think a big focus of my videos going forward are definitely going to be about recovery and looking after yourself and making sure that you put the right things in place so that you can go for a long run, come back and you've got this routine set and you don't really have to think about things, and you know that you've done your bit to reduce the chance of injury and look after your body. I definitely think that with watching a lot of YouTube videos, people don't tend to talk about it that much because people don't tend to like doing it. They think it's boring, it's tedious, it's time consuming, but I don't think it has to be. I think it can be fun. I think it can be quick if you know what you're doing, if you have a routine in place. And yeah, I kind of just want to put across the importance of recovery, the importance of stretching, and showing you how to make it fun and enjoyable and be consistent with it. So my whole flexibility movement kind of journey started last summer. There wasn't really much to do, we were in lockdown, I was injured, and something I came across on social media was mobility. A lot of people were doing it, but I didn't really understand what the benefits were, and I didn't really put time into actually learning about different movements or why you're doing certain things and stuff like that. I just kind of did what I saw on Instagram, on YouTube. I didn't really think about putting a full routine together and knowing exactly when to do certain things. The flexibility stuff started after I went to the physio. I had a hamstring injury. I had to do a load of stuff and realised just how tight my hamstrings were. And it was kind of a little bit embarrassing because that was the point when I realised that I'd put absolutely zero effort into looking after my body. I'd come back from a run, do very little stretching, if any. I very rarely warmed up, and I just didn't put any proper effort or time into recovery because I thought it was boring. I didn't really feel like I had to do it, and then I ended up being injured. And yeah, I just had a lot of realizations in 2020. So that is kind of where we're at today. I started running when I was 17, so 8 years ago, 9 years ago, and that was purely to lose weight, and my dad was doing it, so he just made me go out with him. I then started running again to lose weight. I then started running again because I just got obsessed with being good at it, and loads of people were doing it at the time because we were in lockdown, and I just wanted to get really, really good times. I'd pushed myself too much. I wanted to do marathons, half marathons, stuff like that, but get a good time within it. Then got injured, and I've just kind of taken the past few months as a time to really figure out why I do the things that I do, why I've gone into personal training, why I like running, why I've started documenting everything on YouTube and Instagram. And I've got to the point now where I've accepted that I'm never going to be a quick runner. I'm never going to be a good runner. My body doesn't particularly enjoy it as much. It has done since I started stretching, but I just want to help people. I want to help people avoid injury and stop doing unnecessary things and develop a good relationship with the sport and just stuff like that. So moving forward, a massive part of this channel is going to be recovery for running, looking after yourself, strength training, and yeah, just stuff like that. But the most important thing is the difference in how I perform and how my body feels after a run. I haven't ran properly for quite a few months until now. The miles are slowly going up, I'm doing longer runs, and my body has just reacted so well to it. For those of you who don't know, last year I had an injury called hamstring tendinopathy, and basically my hamstring was that tight, it was pulling on the back of my knee and it was incredibly painful. Ever since I started properly stretching and doing mobility and being consistent and just learning more about it and cooling down and warming up and stuff like that, I've had zero issues with it. So I would definitely recommend putting something together that you're consistent with, that you enjoy, and just really taking time to recover and look after your body, because we don't do it. Not a lot of people do it. Ever since I started documenting the journey, a lot of people have commented on Instagram and YouTube saying that they don't do it and I should do more of it. So I kind of want to make it my mission to help people enjoy it, motivate people to do it, but also show that you don't have to be super flexible. You don't have to do all of these crazy flexible things. You just want to do it so that you're recovering well and you're performing well and you're avoiding injury. I'm also really conscious that this vlog isn't vloggy at all, and I've sat down for most of it, and I really didn't want that, but I wanted to just quickly talk about this book, which I know a lot of people who enjoy running have definitely either come across this book or have read it, and that is The Lost Art of Running by Shane Bensit. And he talks about human movement and running movement, and it's just super interesting. I've never really read anything like it in terms of running, but he basically talks about the fascia and training that and utilising that instead of using your muscles to become a better runner. He talks about form. It's just a brilliant book, so if you haven't read it yet, or even if you're not a runner and you just want to learn something, this book is brilliant. Ooh, hot. Leftover chili from 2 days ago. Chili is my absolute favourite food. I could honestly live off Mexican food, to be honest. Chili, fajitas, tacos, nachos. I love Mexican food. So that is pretty much it for today. I just wanted to talk about what you can expect on the channel moving forward, the kind of message that I want to put across, and that is basically helping as many people as possible become more resilient, reduce the chance of injury, and just have fun. That is what I'm all about. So got my smoothie. It's a frozen berry banana with yogurt and water. That's literally all it is, but it's really nice. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like it. It really does help the channel out a lot. Please subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video. Are you joining in? Are you joining in?